Good evening. My name is Lavette Lavoy, and I am recording a video for my class, Organizational Communication at Goodwin College. And the question is, think about an organization you are familiar with that uses both relations and human resources principles in its management and communication practices. Describe these practices and discuss the impact of these practices on organizational outcomes such as productivity and worker satisfaction. Does one approach seems to work better than the other? How would you summarize the upside and the downside of human relations and human resources management? Well, I will say that human resources is a department strategically created with a purpose to assist in building a workplace culture due to their involvement in recruiting, selecting, hiring, training, and evaluating employees. And by doing this, it gives them the opportunity to influence the organizations at all levels. HR professionals are held to higher standards to be both protectors and title holders of the progress of the organization. My multi-layer experience as a direct care, clinical, management, director, and in the human resources field has prepared me to assist the current organization I work for to develop a human resources department that utilizes both human resources and human relations in their management and communication practices. If you think it is important to have a business plan and strategic vision, you need a human resources plan too. It's just as critical. Like our vice president always say, we always need to think 6 months ahead. The human services embedded in our human resources practices has prepared us to execute our on our organization's strategies and goals. As the organization grows from having only 9 contractors as an employees to a project of 27 hourly employees with 4 administrative positions, my previous experience have helped me prepare our current staff and anticipate the people that we need for the future projects. It has allowed me to prepare the organization for employee turnover and our managers for making future hiring decisions more strategically. With that being said, I have created and presented a human resources plan to my organization that have 5 critical components. The first component of the plan is the assessment of the current workforce to consider what talents they have beyond their current job descriptions. That will help managers to determine when employees are willing and able to assume additional responsibilities. The second component is to create a development plan, as managers cannot just assume they know our employees' skills, levels, and career aspirations. Creating development plans will allow the organization to build a long term workforce, creating opportunities where the employees can quickly apply the new skills to job and get feedback as they get established in their careers. The third component of my human resources plan is the creation of succession plans. A succession plan will help the organization minimize disruptions by identifying critical roles and employees who have the skills to immediately assume the positions should someone leave. The fourth component of the plan is to perform human resources gap analysis, which I'm currently doing, to assess the organization's HR practices and infrastructure, such as um, reviewing the mission and vision, updating the mission and vision, job descriptions, personal policies and practices manuals, training programs, health benefits, and business performance, as the current HR practices might be designed to fit where the organization was 5 years ago, but don't necessarily meet the needs for today or where the organization plans to be soon. And the last one component, but not least, is to decide how to increase human services within our human resources practices. We are doing this by understanding the types of turnovers, understanding why people leave, and developing retention strategies. Our retention strategies start a recruitment process. inviting and selecting a diverse work. I'm also preparing an effective onboarding process with a personalized welcome. So people can feel welcome, people can feel that they are important, they are valuable. We also encourage a culture of openness by being engaged and accessible to our employees, from the CEO to the ground managers. Everybody needs to be accessible and engaged in healthy communications. Some people work experience has been to report to their manager only and not anyone else. Openness allows us to work efficiently with all employees on a personal level, creating a healthy workplace atmosphere without throwing titles everywhere to intimidate people or to let people know who's in charge. Our employees' job satisfaction is intimately related to how well they relate to their manager and vice versa. This can be achieved by keeping a grounded and connected leadership team aware of trauma informed strategies, providing training, ongoing training, and support to the leadership team will help managers to do their job well. Asking employees also for feedback on an ongoing basis and following up with the feedback received will ensure that openness and communication. One of the human services strategies we try to practice is that we provide employees with a healthy work life balance. The traditional 9 to 5 does not fit anymore with the current workforce. We allow our employees, when feasible, to work remotely and with flexible schedules so they can tend to their families and needs and to find balance between work and personal life. We also keep a clean and healthy environment and develop and implement policies and practices to protect victims of domestic violence in the workplace. Another practice we have is that we provide timely and recognition deliberately. We call it a partnership approach to management, where every employee, regardless of title, feels proud of their contribution. That's where I'm currently at working with this organization. Thank you.